ब्रह्म भूतः प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न कांक्षति सम सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिम लभते पराम. Hello friends, this is the 54th shlok of the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Brahma Bhutah Prasannatma, which means on becoming Brahma, the pleased Atma, na shochati na kankshati, which means does not grieve nor desire. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu, which means even in all beings, mad bhakti labhate param, which means attains my supreme devotion. So Shri Krishna is now explaining that when the self becomes identified with Brahma, it becomes pleased and does not grieve or desire anything. Such a self or Atma sees the self in all beings and attains supreme devotion towards the Lord, and in this way it attains the highest. So, from this statement of Sri Krishna, we get a very basic, or you can say a very deep understanding of the idea of Atma and Brahma. So, oftentimes in spiritual discourse, people quote the Mahavakya, or you can say the supreme statement from the Upanishad, which is Ayam Atma Brahma, which basically is mentioned in Mandukya Upanishad, and it means Atma is Brahma. This Atma is Brahma, is what it literally means. So, from this statement, we will conclude that Atma is exactly the same as Brahma, which is true, but it is only true for the person who has attained the knowledge of the Brahma. For those who are still in ignorance, this is true, but at the same time, this is not true. So, the problem over here basically is in terms of the limitations of language, wherein the language is limited to cause and effect, and because of that, this confusion actually arises. So, let's understand this in a more deeper sense. What is this Atma basically? So, we all have a sense of I am inside us. This I am is the aham, and this is the base thought over which all our other thoughts are superimposed. So, as an example, if I ask you to describe yourselves, you will say I am a man or I am a woman. You will say I am of a certain age. You will say I am of a certain nationality, so on and so forth. So, in all these statements that you make in terms of describing yourself, the common thing is I am, and this I am can also be used to describe your feelings and your emotions. You can say I am angry, I am happy, etc. So, again, in terms of describing yourself, this I am is always there. I am this, I am that. So, this I am is that base thought on which all your other thoughts are superimposed. So, this I am is Atma. This is Aham. This is Atma, which is the same in all, and therefore is one that appears to be many, because it's the same in all, but it appears as if everybody is different. But in reality, it is the same in all, and that is what is Atma. This sense of I-ness. The one who identifies it with the body is identified with his ego, which is called as ahankar, and this aham basically becomes attached to that. So when somebody is very proud, then you say, oh, he has a lot of aham in him. So that aham basically is the I am, which is associated, or Atma, which is associated with the body. But when it is associated with the entire universe, then this Atma becomes Brahma. So, when under ignorance, this Atma appears to be ego, then the Jeev becomes enmeshed in this world. The ego identification is the Asur, which is to be killed. When this ego or Asur is destroyed, then knowledge arises and the Atma becomes identified with nothing but the pure awareness of being me, I am. So this pure awareness is like a black screen on which this whole world is superimposed. Therefore, it is called Krishna or it is called Ram. This pure awareness is auspicious. Therefore, it is called Shiv. This pure awareness is the one in which time and space move. Therefore, it is called Kali. This is the one with which, if one gets identified, then he is saved from all harm. Therefore, this pure awareness is called Durga. This pure awareness is present everywhere. Therefore, this pure awareness is called Vishnu. This pure awareness is the goal of life. If one can attain the identification with this pure awareness, then that person has attained the goal of life. Therefore, it is called Lakshmi. The knowledge flows in this pure awareness. Therefore, this pure awareness is called Saraswati. So, it is one and the same thing, but it basically can manifest in different ways, and it is given different names because people approach it in different ways. Different sects approach it in a different way, and therefore it is given a different name by different sects, but it's basically one and the same thing, which is that I amness, which is present in every being. So the wise realize this, and after giving up all else, they basically provide their ultimate devotion just to pursue this pure awareness. This pure awareness is what is Brahma, because when it gets pure, then it gets identified with everything, and that everything is Brahma. So in knowledge, this Atma is Brahma. I am Atma, Brahma is true, but in ignorance, this Atma becomes ego and gets identified with the body. So one who realizes this statement that Atma is Brahma, that person basically goes beyond sorrow and pleasure, and he basically becomes situated in all beings. He becomes evenly situated in all beings, and therefore attains the supreme devotion, because he sees that one and the same divine Lord present in all beings, and therefore he goes beyond everything and attains supreme devotion to the Lord. So that was the message of this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.